Make today the day that changes everything. Hi, I'm Brian Moran. Welcome back to the 12-week year. You know, sometimes work can pile up, deadlines loom, your task list grows, and you're running out of time to get everything done. Clients, peers, and bosses can become impatient and demanding. Have you ever been in that situation? Most likely you have. It feels pretty awful, doesn't it? Sometimes you don't even know where to start. When that happens, you can feel overwhelmed and you just want to escape. Now, escaping might seem like a sensible thing to do, but in the long run, it'll just make the situation worse. There's a better way. In our book, The 12-Week Year, we have a chapter called The First 12 Weeks. In that chapter, we outline a few ways to move forward when you're feeling overwhelmed, and I want to share that with you. One of the keys when you're feeling overwhelmed is to separate getting started from finishing. You see, the real key when you're feeling overwhelmed is to get started with the activity. And sometimes part of the reason why I'm feeling overwhelmed is it feels like to complete everything is just too big a task. So let me give you an example. Let's take a domestic example. Let's say your house is a disaster and you've been meaning to clean it, but you just keep putting it off and you're overwhelmed by the magnitude of the action. The thing I want to suggest you do is rather than tackle the whole house, I'd like you to think about cleaning one room. And maybe not even cleaning the entire room. What you're going to do is you're going to say, I'm going to go into that room and I'm going to clean for 15 minutes. So I'm going to limit the time to do that. And what that allows you to do is separate the starting of the activity with the completing of it. You don't have to complete it. Sometimes we feel so overwhelmed because we have to complete it. If you've ever sat down to write something significant, a report, or in our case, a book, and you've had writer's block, right? One of the ways to get over that is you say, okay, I'm going to sit down in front of my computer. I'm going to write for 15 minutes. There's no expectation on how much I'm going to write. It might be a word. It might be a paragraph. It might be 15 pages. It doesn't matter. What I want to do is get that started. Because once I get it started, it's easier to come back and take the next piece and the next piece and the next piece. So when you're feeling overwhelmed, I think the thing that really helps you get going again is to separate getting started from completing the task you have at hand. And when you have multiple tasks, you want to make sure you pick something that you can get going with right away. Maybe you pick the one that's easiest to engage with. Maybe you pick the most important one. At one level, it doesn't matter. Just pick one that you can start with, that you can take a piece of it and for a short period of time, might be 15 minutes, might be an hour, you say, I'm going to work on this task. And there's no expectation about how far you're going to get or that you're going to complete it. The key is just to get it started. I hope that helps. There's more information on our book. There's also Dan and Chip Heath's book is a good one for that as well. So you can reference that. I think that's in our book. But when you're feeling overwhelmed, separate starting from completing and just get something started. Have a great day.